Hey, it's Joe. Welcome to Noble Strength, the sanctuary of compassion for all creation. On this beautiful Sunday, crisp, cool air here in the Northeast, I ask you just to center yourself and put yourself into that focus that we all need to hear God's word. Gospel today is from St. Matthew chapter 22, verses 34 to 40. When the Pharisees heard that Jesus had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered together, and one of them, a scholar of the law, tested him by asking, "Teacher, what commandment in the law is the greatest?" He said to him, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and first commandment. The second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. The whole law and the prophets depend on these two commandments." You're probably familiar with the question, are you more religious or are you more spiritual? And you can split some fine hairs within that question. And you can get into some debates. But I would think that no debate would be necessary or realistic if you ask the question of how do you live that gospel that I just read in your day-to-day life? If you're religious or spiritual, you should have a good answer to it. Now, to love God is something where we look at worship and daily worship and worship events, going to church, praying, doing devotionals. Okay, there's some value to that. But I, like you, have probably seen many people who do that and then don't even come close to this second commandment, which Jesus links together, which is loving your neighbor. And that's where we need to focus because the first part is easy. We love God most of the time. We can get angry here and there, but we say we love God. That's an easy one. God doesn't annoy us, or maybe a little. But our neighbor, well, that's a little bit more challenging. And that's where I believe, again, we need to focus because the easy neighbors, they don't count. We have to look at the tough ones. We have to look at the tough ones. And I would urge us all, when you're looking at a gospel like this and you're looking at a challenge like this, you might look at a whole neighborhood of neighbors. Don't do that. Don't try to swallow them all up at one time. Let's look at just one or two at a time. And let's change our opinion. Let's change our actions. Let's change our thoughts. Let's change everything that we are engaged with that individual that right now we are not loving. And I'm not saying go to them and put your arms around them and give them a big hug and kiss. No, I'm saying make this a gradual, but a consistent and a successful journey towards, yes, coming to the place where we love our neighbor like ourselves and like God. That's my challenge, not for you today, but for me too, and all of us. And I thank you for listening. And I thank you for taking up this challenge. Please follow me at noblestrength.life. I appreciate your support. There will be some online journeys, spiritual journeys on there coming soon. I wish you a good day, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Take care.